How many coaches can my CD motored HST pull? Let's see how many, shall we? Hi, welcome along. Well, tonight I was supposed to be going to the Elsker swap meet, but my car went in for a service this morning and it needs a part which I can't get till tomorrow, so I'm without a car, so I can't go, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, I thought for a bit of fun we'd see how many coaches my Hornby CD motored HST can pull. At the moment it's just got its standard rate that I put 4 coaches and a power car, so I'll just get the controller and we'll set it up and we'll see. Use this as the benchmark, if you like. This is how I normally run my HSTs anyway, with 4 coaches in the middle. Right, so as I said, it's just a bog standard 4 coaches, power car each end, and we'll set it running, and pulls away perfect, doesn't it? No problem at all. And then we'll put it in reverse, and then we'll run it back again. As you see, not a problem with that at all. So we'll add another coach and we'll see how we get on. You can have a very mixed rake of different liveries on this one, because I've got the blue, GNR and Intercity, and I've even got my if we do need any extras, obviously I've got my Pullman ones that I'm in, my HST Pullman. Check out a video for that one. So yeah, we'll add another coach and see how we get on. Right, so we've added another one now, so we've got 5 coaches in between and the power car each end, and we'll set the controller running. Not a problem. And it's also starting on a curve as well, so that gives it a little bit more. But when you accelerate, you can feel the wheel slipping, but when it's pulling away, yeah, not a problem with that one. So we should add another one. Right, so we've added another one now. At this rate, the power car is going to be in the station. So yeah, we've got 6 in the middle now. So as I say, it starts pretty well actually. But as I say, it's a Hornby power car with the CD motor in it. No wheel spin at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a power car on the end, and yeah, plenty of speed on that still. It's not wheel spinning, not slipping at all, just a single motor in it, and just normal traction tyres. So we should add another one. Right, so we've got 7 now. Now the power car is now under the bridge, just before the station. So we've got 7 coaches and the dummy power car, and we'll once again pretty good speed. No wheel spin at all on that. I'll bring it to there, then I can get another coach in. So we'll add another one, which will take it up to 8 coaches. Right, I've had to move the camera so you can actually see the power car. Lucky enough, my controller's on a cable, so I can kind of move it. So we've got 8. So we've got 8 coaches and the dummy power car behind this now. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, pulled it no problem at all. And that's not even struggling at the minute. Right, so we'll stick another one on. I better get me GNR ones now, so we're going to have a right mixed rake of colour schemes on this train tonight. 9 coaches on there now, 9 coaches and the dummy power car. Now I'll just put the controller just where it's just about picking up, and you can see it. That's just crawling, that's just pulling away speed. So we'll increase the power. Yeah, let's pull that, no problem. I can't even hear the wheels slipping on the track. Normally you can, especially the Hornby Ringfields, you can hear them when the wheels slip, but so, right, so when I put the next coach on, it'll be what would be a prototypical rake, because they used to run with 10 coaches. I looked it up on Google, so whether it's right or not, I don't know, but that's what I'm going by what it says on Google. We'll have to move the camera again so you can see the power car, of course. So we'll move the camera position, I'll put another coach on, so that will then have, it'll then have 10 coaches and a dummy power car behind it. Just before I'll set the camera down, I'll just show you how far the train, right, that's sort of halfway through the platform, and the train goes right out there, right round there to the end of the fiddle yard. So it's, you know, yeah, if I wanted to run a prototypical train, it'd just be fiddle yard to fiddle yard, I think. Well, you wouldn't even be able to run, you'd just be able to run it to the end of the train, got to the other end of the fiddle yard. But anyway, that's where we are at the minute. I'll set the camera down, and then we'll give this now. This has now got 10 coaches on it, and we'll see how it goes. As a reminder, right, we've got the power car with the motor in, 10 coaches, and then the dummy power car. So really, if you like, it's got 10.5 coaches on it, and we'll just put it so it's just at a crawl. Right, I'm just going to pick the camera up and swing it round. Right, the power car is now at the end of the fiddle yard that saws you up this end, right? So there we are, we're up that end, right at the end as far as it will go, and that's where the start of the train is. So as you can see, it's so anyway, that is what would be. I know these are the short coaches, so if you take that, the power car, that would probably give you the actual length. I would imagine a prototypical length if the coaches were prototypical length, but I'm just going on the short versions. So we'll run it. Hang on, I'll just set the camera down. We'll run it back through, and you can, if you like, we'll count the coaches if you like as it goes through. And as I say, pulling away, slow start. It's just crawling. Look, no problem. That's where it's on the control, if you can see that, which fine. We'll just pull the speed up a bit. So I think we'll add another one, and we'll see how we get on with that. Right, so now we have 11 coaches and power car. So if you're using scale length ones, you'd probably have the scale length 10 coaches now behind it. I would guess anyway. So we've got 11 short coaches and dummy power car, and as I say, this is just a bog standard Hornby HST with a CD motor. That's it. That's the only thing. It's got just normal just basically 2 axles with traction tyres on, and that's it. Just bog standard. The only thing different is the CD motor. And this is just a test to see what the CD motor will actually be able to do. And as I say, we've got 11 coaches now and a dummy power car. So we'll stick it so it's just pulling away. No wheel spin at all on that. And stop it before I hit the other end. So there, it's not even out the station now. So there you go. So we've got 11 coaches there now, and I've only got one more G in the R Mark III to put on it, which will of course give us 12 coaches. So I'll be putting my reliveried Pullman Mark IIIs on. But that's handling 11 coaches, no problem. Just got to remember to stop it so I can leave a gap at the other end to put an extra coach in. But that's the end of the platform, and that's where we are at the minute. So we'll stick another coach on and try it again. I'll leave the camera here because power car's in shot anyway. So we've got 12 coaches, 12 short Mark III coaches, and we've got the dummy power car at the end. So we'll give it a bit of power. Little bit of wheel spin now on the curve and by the tunnel, but yeah, I'll say that's doing pretty well. And you see now where the power car is now at the other end. Yeah, I couldn't run a prototypical length train, even if I didn't have the station. You only run it about 3 feet. You have to stop the thing again. So we'll run it back and we'll stick another coach on. But I'm going to have to put my Pullman ones on there, my Pullman HST coaches, my repaints. But I mean, you look at it when I put it on slow speed now, that's just starting to slip now because it's moving about 6 coaches around the corner. It's just starting to wheel spin now when I'm pushing, but pulling, there's no wheel slip on when it's pulling at all. It's only when it's propelling the train. So so far that's pretty good, I think, considering how many coaches are behind it. It's quite a bit of weight when you think about it. Right, so I've just moved the camera around again so you can see. Now where the power car is now is where it stops when it's just got its normal four coach rake on it. So, and it's literally stretches right to the end of the story siding now. So I know I'm not going to bother with the signals. We'll just see how it goes. So we'll do it. Take it on. See how. Just pull it. Look at that. I mean, that's just crawling. I'll show you the controller where it's set, which is pretty much normal when it pulls away anyway. So we'll start building up speed. Now if it's going to slip, it will be on the curves obviously, but slipping a little bit on the curve, but not much dropping speed on that. I ain't got enough room to build the speed up though, because it's because of stopping it, because it's going to be quite a bit of weight behind it to stop it as well. But the dummy power car is now halfway in the platform, so we'll take it back the other way. It's just starting to slip now. It's starting to struggle. Propelling, of course. Obviously, propelling, it's a bit more weight behind it, but just hit a dirty bit of track as well. Right, so we'll stick another coach on, and we'll give it another go. Right, so we've got 14 on it now, and once again we'll put it away slow. Just starting to slip a little bit there, slipping a little bit on the curve. I think they're like second radius curves, so you won't even see the rest of the train go through because how long it is. It's literally, it's now stretching from, I'll take you with the camera, from there all the way around through the tunnel and all the way up there. So it's quite a long train now. I think by the time we finish this experiment, I think the power car is going to be in the tunnel. So I don't know how we're going to work that one out. But anyway, we'll run it back now so we can put another coach on the end. You can feel it. It's slipping a bit when you propel the train now. You just feel it slipping a bit. So we'll stop it there on that point, and then we'll stick another one on. Right, so we'll just count these up now. Right, so there's dummy HST. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 coaches and the dummy power car. So we'll just set the camera back up and then we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to struggle now. I think we could be at the limit because it's starting on this. If it was on a complete straight run, I think it'd be fine, but because it's on a curve, it's got to start on a curve, and you've got the back of the trains on a curve as well. So we'll see anyway. You never know. No, that's it. We're at the limit. I think it's pulling, but it's struggling. Sounds quite prototypical actually, the noise it's making. But it is doing it. It is doing it, but obviously with it being on the curve, it's going to struggle. But now the train is the other side of the station, so propelling it's the thing. Yeah, I'd say that's it. It's at limit, to be honest. I don't think we'll get any. I really don't think we'll get another one on there. You've got to be careful now, because you've got the weight of the train. So I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to try one more. We'll try one more. I'll see if I can find. I think I've got another Mark III. So I think I've got one of the technical thing Mark IIIs. I've got one of them knocking around. So we'll add that. I think that will definitely be as far as we're going to get with this. Right, so now we've got 17 Mark III coaches and the power car. So we'll see how we get on with it, shall we? So as I say, just a Hornby power car with a CD motor in it. That's it. 12 volt CD motor, I must add. So it's pulling it. It's doing it. Wheel slipping, but it's doing it. So once it gets on a straight, but yes, it's now slipping, I think. So that's not done pretty bad. It's done. I thought about 8. I thought we'd get 8 or 9, not 17 coaches. So we'll push it back. I think that's probably the limit. I'm not going to push it past that because that is now slipping all the way. I mean, that's the controller's up on that now. So what we'll do, what I'm going to do is, now I know what the Hornby power car will do, we'll try my Lima one. Now this is Lima one. This has got the CD motor. Now the Lima one's got heavier weight in it. So whether it pulls more, I don't know. Should we have a go? Yeah, go on then. We'll try it. Right, so we've coupled the Lima one up. It's the same thing. 12 volt CD motor. Everything else is standard. A standard Lima weight in there, which is heavier than the Hornby. So I'm guessing this should pull this because it's got more sort of weight behind it. But we'll see anyway. It's a little bit of wheel spin, but not as bad as the Hornby. He's doing it, yeah. Look at that. That was fun. That was weird. When I stopped it, I stopped it there, and the coaches were still rolling. That's how much weight's behind it. But, yeah. Look at that. That's the Lima because it's got the extra weight under in the power car, of course. Right. Got to be careful when you stop it. There's so much weight, the momentum. So I'll tell you what we're going to do now. Now, remember how the Hornby one slipped when it got this much coaches? Well, I've got my Journey R one. It's the same. It's got a CD motor in it. So we'll see if two HST power cars with motors in, it should pull it no problem. And they pretty much run the same speed. So we'll try that now. Because I haven't got another Lima power car with a motor in it. So the only other thing I have, but it's not a Lima pancake motor in it. It's been modified. The only other thing I've got is this, which could be a funny combination. But as I say, that's the only thing that's got the same motor in as my Lima HST. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that first because that's coupled up. I'm going to put this on, so that will take the place of a motored power car. So we'll see how we get on with that. Take you off the camera. We'll fly on a drone, fly across there. So we've got that taking the place of a powered power car. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and the power car on the end. So what we'll do, we'll set the camera down here so you can see the thing. The thing is, with these CE motors, they all run at a constant speed, so you're not going to get it pushing the train in the middle and think, you know, coming off in the middle, because there's two different motors. Whereas if we use just standard Ringfields, I've never had two Ringfield motors that run exactly the same. So let's have a look. That's a power car each end, look. That's a power car each end, no problem. Look at that, look. See, now it's slipped with just a single power car. And I've got to watch now, I don't hit at the end and sort of push the things in the air. So I'm going to put the Hornby power cars back on. So we'll have the one that we were testing before on the front where it was, and then we'll put the GNER one on the back. There we go. Right, so this has got a CD motor in it, same as the other one. So that's a Hornby power car CD motor in there. Then we've got the same number, 17 coaches as before, and then we've got the Hornby power car on the back. So I think we managed, really, before it started slipping was about 16. It did manage 16 pretty well, 15 to be safe. So we've got two power cars now with motors in them, so this should pretty much take off the same as what the Lima one did with the DMU power car on it. So yeah, pretty much no problem. You could probably put another 3 or 4 coaches on that before it started skidding, but I ain't got enough room for that, I don't think. In fact, I haven't got any more 3 coaches. I've run out of coaches. So but yeah, that runs fine, doesn't it? But not a problem at all. So the only other thing I've got is I've got 3 Mark IV coaches, and I don't know whether to try them. But no, I'll tell you what we'll do. Right, because of course two power cars, you know it's going to handle it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the power car off, put the dummy one back on, and I'm going to see how a conventional motor will actually work with it. Right, we've got a Hornby 86 with the standard Ringfield motor in it. I've put the dummy power car back on the end, and we'll see how this manages. It's slipping. That is wheel spinning quite a bit now. Oh, got to watch that. I don't brake too quick. I'm going to end up derailing the thing. I don't want to do that. Lots of wheels to put on. But yeah, that'll manage it. Yeah, that is not too bad actually. So considering that's a bog standard Ringfield in there, I think it's a bit heavier than the HST. But as I say, the Lima one managed it pretty well before it started slipping. So anyway, we'll see what else we can find. The 86 is probably slightly longer than the HST power car. I think I've got probably reasonable, same length in backman. It's class 24, so we'll see how that runs. Well, that should put it no problem because it's heavier, and of course it's got 4-axle drive, isn't it? So that's managing it no problem at all. I mean, that's managing it not a problem with that. But as I say, it's got 4-axle drive on it, no traction tyres and things, and it's got a heavier weight and things. I'm not going to take it right in the tunnel because I can't uncouple it otherwise. So we'll try something, a Lima, just a standard Lima loco. I'll put one of my Lima 87s on it, and it's struggling. It won't even manage it at all. So really, considering it's got that Hornby HST with pancake motor, with the CD motor in, it's done pretty well. Right, I'm going to have to come over this side of the tunnel because anyway, right, Lima 33. So this has got different gearing to the 87, to my 87, so whether that's any bearing on it, I don't know, but yeah, pulling that pretty well, I think. Not a problem with that. So it's got the bog standard, and I've got a derailment. Something's come off over here somewhere. So it's probably done that with a couple of wheels off as well. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I think we'll try. I think I don't think trying ones will be powerful enough to do it. I've got Airfix 31. I'll try an Airfix 31, and I think then I've probably covered every brand that I've got. So right, Airfix 31. It's the blue one. That's just standard 5-pole motor in the minute there. So this is the Airfix 31. No, it's struggling. Look at that. It's not going to do it. It will, but you've got to remember as well it's starting on a curve, but I mean that's where the loco is, and the end of the train is still on the curve. So it's got like four coaches and a power car on a curve here, and then it's got four coaches pretty much on the curve this end. So I think we've worked out that the Hornby HST with standard pancake motor will move, I'd say 16 coaches, 16 short Mark 3s, without too many problems. 17 with a lot of wheel spin, but it will do it. But obviously if you had two power cars with a motor in, no problem. But I'll say if you were going to run a 10 coach short version, it'd handle it no problem. So just a little bit of a fun video, something to do, because I couldn't go to the swap meet. So I thought, what can I do? So I thought I'd do that instead. Anyway, thanks for watching, and feel free to comment. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.